Welcome to the collision of faith, politics, and culture. This video might get banned, so you might want to watch it real quick. Hey guys, this is Jared with Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Sanity. And actually, speaking of getting banned, apparently you can't say voter fraud on the algorithms, or they'll cut you off, or at least derank you. And I've actually been already taken down. Facebook's taken down my. I've tried to promote a couple videos, try to get the message out, so they've disallowed me from doing that. So anything you guys can do, if you can like and share on whatever, I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. But I want to do a really quick video on voter fraud. I watched all the morning shows this morning with George Stephanopoulos and Meet the Press, and it was a waste of 2 great hours, but I watch it so you don't have to, right? And they went on and on and on about how there are 0 legitimate allegations of voter fraud. Zero. And you are the crazy if you believe one. What's crazy to me is for 2 years we listened to Russia collusion, right? We had a 2-year investigation into Russia collusion and how it was the delegitimizing of the president, right? That he had colluded with Russia. The Steele dossier, which was proven to be fake, the FISA warrants that were then proven to be falsified. For 2 years and millions of dollars we did this. And yet now we have legitimate allegations of voter fraud in not one state, but in Arizona, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, even Michigan, I believe, Nevada. And we are told to hush up, shut up, and sit down and just, be okay with losing, guys. Don't be a poor sport. And I'm not okay with that. I think, honestly, let's flip the script a little bit. Okay. Let's say Trump went to bed losing the night of the election. Miraculously, the next morning, he had tens of thousands of votes in the lead. And then, like they did in Georgia, they found a legitimate video of 5. Okay. First, they said a water main broke. And so they sent all the poll watchers home, all the media home at about 10:30 on election night. That infamous pause where all the states stopped counting at the same time, and for some reason. And so they said a water main broke. Turns out it was actually a toilet that overflowed, and it turns out it overflowed like 15 hours earlier. So they lied and said a water main broke. They sent poll watchers home. Then 5 women on video pull suitcases out, and then they sit there and for hours, I think 2.5, 3 hours, run the same batches of ballots through the voting machines. You can actually see it. If you haven't seen the video, want to see it, message me. I'll get you the video. It's insane to me. If we had that done, like I said, flip the script, Trump had video of his supporters running Trump votes from a Trump county through a thing, it would be frontline all over the news. Those people would be in prison already. And yet we are told we are the crazy ones. I've watched hours and hours of hearings. And these are hearings that either, if somebody is saying there's no legitimate allegation of voter fraud, they either haven't watched the hearings, or more than likely, they are just lying to you. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of signed affidavits under the penalty of perjury, if they were lying, that there were firsthand accounts of people being there and seeing fraud. There is so much, and I probably don't have to say much if you're watching this video, but we need to figure out what we're going to do if they continue with this steal. Honestly, I mean, that's what it is. Like, if prove me wrong. I honestly, I hope that we are not at a point in our nation where one side is actually trying to steal an election through fraud. I hope that is not the case. But prove me wrong, because guess what? I'm not alone. There are tens of millions of voters out there that doubt the legitimacy of this election. If you won fair and square, you should want the other half of the country to go there with you. I am not a Trump was going to win no matter what type person. I wanted to see if he won or not, and I have doubts based on the evidence presented. So show me. I am open to it. I'm not saying it never, there's no case. I'm saying I have about, 10 good things that I would really like a real good explanation on that you guys are telling me, or not you personally, but the media is telling me I'm crazy for even asking the question. So I applaud some of these senators, I think 140, I think we have like 12 or 16 senators and 140 congressmen standing up. I hope this week goes in a way that people actually get some real evidence out there and we start talking about this, because we need to get to the bottom of it. And honestly, it's not, I want my guy to win, so let's get to it. If Biden were in the reverse, I know the left would say, hey guys, we need to have a legitimate explanation, because guess what? For the first 2 years of the presidency, that's all it was. And it turns out it was nothing burger. Okay, move on. So anyways, we need to figure it out. I'm tired of getting told I'm the crazy for asking for it. Let's get to the bottom of it. Let's push our senators. Call your senators. I've called my Congress. Call your state reps. Tell them to get off their butt. Call your in the U.S. Senate, the U.S. Congress. Call those people. Get them in the fight. Tell them. I mean, honestly, if they get. I mean, I've tried to call mine. Their phones are literally off the hook because they don't want to answer the calls, which is a whole other deal. It kind of pisses me off that my own representatives don't want to hear from me. So anyways, get out there and make some phone calls. For those of you going on the 6th, I applaud you. Thanks for being out there. Watch your 6 on the 6th, because I have a feeling you're not going to be alone. But yeah, we need to do something, guys. We need to wake up, stand up, and yeah, let's win it. Let's go back and hopefully fight for some transparency and some honesty, because I think that's the best case scenario, what we need to get to. Thanks.